Hello and welcome to this quick, hopefully, tutorial on how I blast through auditions for voices.com. Now, the auditions themselves I don't blast through, but I want to show you how I do some convenient editing to make things go a little easier for me. I've prepared this sample. These are real auditions I did for voices.com, but I've specifically chosen ones that don't mention brand names. But the IDs are real, so hopefully that nobody gets in trouble for that. Probably not me. All right, so basically what I do, and I use Adobe Audition, and this is the tutorial that I'm showing you, is specifically how to do this in Adobe Audition. There might be ways to do it differently in Reaper or Audacity or whatever you use. I don't know them. I'm using Adobe Audition, and I'm particularly using CS6, but I know that it works in the newer versions as well, so it's the same concept. But basically, I go into my recording booth and I record the ID for the job at the beginning of the audition. So if I play this right here, you should be able to hear the ID. 337594. So where the ID is when you're in voices.com, you go to Jobs, Hiring, and you'll see the job number right here. So mostly I use the mobile app and the job number is right at the top. So I just read the job number and then I do the actual audition. Now my auditions aren't gloriously perfect as this sample is, but here's an example.
Are you spending your IT dollars on manual, repetitive tasks? Do you experience product delivery delays and quality issues? Product delays are often caused by time-taking manual steps in SDLC.
So I finish the audition, I leave a blank space, and then I record the ID for the next job.
337652. Subscribe to Czar is on par. You want good scoots?
Same idea, leave a blank space, record the next ID.
337692. Whatever, dude, your little birdie is screwed. You can't even find a girlfriend.
Now, the real audio file is usually a little bit messier because I have some flubs in there. There might be some noise. But in this sample file, it's basically a realistic depiction of what my end result looks like after I finish going through the auditions on the mobile phone version of voices.com and pick out the ones I want, read the ID number, do the audition, and then I come back to my computer with one big long audio file that has all my auditions in it. So now the next step, now that I have my big long audio file opened up in Audition, I will apply any edits that I need to for equalization or leveling or noise removal to my main big audio file all at once. So in this case, I've already done noise removal and some compression, and I've removed the breaths. Blah, 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 blah. The breaths, not the breasts. If it had breasts, it would be a different kind of live tutorial. Anyway, so now I take my mouse, and usually I start at the end because visually it's a little easy for me to see where the ID is because I made the ID and then I made a space and then I did the audition and then I left a space and then I did the ID and then I did the audition. So it's fairly easy for me to look at this visually without looking at it and know where the IDs are. And I start by highlighting at the end of the audio clip. It's just a preference because I find that it's easier to highlight in this direction. Highlight the audio clip, and then I apply a marker. Now on the keyboard, you hit the M to apply this marker. And it shows up here in the little marker window, marker 1. Now if I were to just hit the M where the playhead is without highlighting a section, it would just make a start with no end, and we don't want that. We want start and end, so make sure you have that cue as a start and an end, and this is going to be your region. So my first one there is this region, the first audition, and then I'll go from the end of the second one, and also I try to get it as close as possible to the ID right there. Hit the M, make a marker, and I'll go through this and repeat it for all of the auditions. that I have in my file. And then scoot it over for the last one on this track. Okay, now all the regions are highlighted for the individual auditions. The next thing I do is I double click the first marker. Well, you could start anywhere you want, and it's your own life. But I double click the first one, and then I hit the space bar to play.
337594.
And I can hear that ID. So let me do that again. Well, actually, I can't do that again because I already highlighted it. So we go to another one. Okay, go back here. Play it again.
337594.
337594. So I click in the marker name. That's how you do that. And then I name it, the name of the ID. So I've already forgotten it because short-term memory is not a bonus of mine.
337594.
337594. Okay. Now, if I let it keep playing, I can actually just go. I don't have to start and stop if I'm quick enough. So I can just play the next one. Hit play.
337652. Subscribe.
And then just keep going.
337692.
7694.
Whatever, dude. Your little 337946. 337966. 338097. 338120.
Fabulous. Now they're all labeled by ID. Now the next thing I do is I go to File, and some versions of Adobe have a button that makes it easier, but I'm just going to do, well, actually here. If I highlight them all, I think I can do it this way. Merge selected markers. No, I don't want to trash them. I don't want to queue. I don't want to do that. I want to export audio of selected range markers to separate files. Or I can do it File, Export, Audio within range markers. That's what I'm doing. I get this fancy box, Export all range markers, and I want to make sure that the use marker names and file names is selected, because that's what I did here. I named the markers and I want those IDs in there. I give myself a little prefix, so I call it VDC with my name and initials. And you can see this is what the file name will be. This is the preview. It'll be my little prefix with the job ID. Now I pick a location for that to go to. I do it by date, but in this case I'm putting it in sample. Now for voices, the output is MP3, so I make sure that's selected. Personally, I don't like to have the markers and other metadata included just for personal preferences, so I uncheck that. Make sure this is all right, and export. So what it is doing now, it is making an individual file for every one of those markers. So now I open up those files. They're now in my sample folder. See, they're all labeled with the prefix and the marker name. And I open them all up. And I've got my marker name
338120.
and the audition.
As a teacher.
And I don't need all that anymore, so I just highlight about a half second of audio, copy it, and paste it. So this part doesn't take all that long, but I give myself a half second of audio at the beginning. I do
As a teacher, you're always looking out for
that
your
I want to
students' best
do
interest.
on these individual files. So
As a
let's
teacher,
say I want to take out a breath or I want to correct a flub. That's where I do it. I do it now in here in these individual files. So I go through, take off the ID at the beginning of all the files, like so, with a quick paste. Because each of my range markers were made at a little bit of a different spacing, so this just makes it all even. And then when I've got this all done and these files are all edited, next thing I do, because I have a nice wide monitor, is I scoot this over, make it a little bit smaller. I don't know if you can do this on Windows, but you can do it on a Mac. Scoot it over. So I have my voices.com window open on the left and my ID numbers open on the right. And I go into the jobs that are hiring and I use this handy dandy search box. Oh, okay, here we go. See this? And I just type in that ID. So let's use one that's live because these ones are already submitted. So 338472. Let's see. That's one of my IDs. Open it up and it pulls up that job and just that job. So now I can hit my plus sign, reply to the job. I've already set up a number of templates for different styles of cover letter. And then I go down to select a file and I pick my folder and I pick the file that matches and I attach it. I add a price and I send my audition. And once I figured out how to do this range marking, saving concept, I saved so many hours of individual splitting of files. Now, maybe I'm just slow. But I thought I would share this for anyone else that's on voices.com and wanted a handy dandy little trick for blasting through those auditions just a little bit faster. Save you some time in your day. Now, thank you for watching my stream. Subscribe, click like, or whatever they do on you're on a YouTube channel, and maybe I'll make more of these. All right, bye.